Hey friends, it's Gianna with JMarieDesigned. I am part of the Kendra's Card Challenge design team, and today we are bringing you the November bonus printable in the hop. So let's get ready. All right, friends. Now, Kendra's Card Challenge is a free quarterly challenge where Kendra provides a PDF with a cutting guide to take 6x6 sheets of pattern paper and turn them into 15 fabulously wonderful, unique cards. So you have 15 card sketches to work with. The free PDF can be found at kendrascardchallenges.com. Also, a Facebook group has tons of support and inspiration. You can find all of the links for those in the description box below. This November bonus printable is blues and teals, snowflakes, and fun little critters. Along the top, you'll find the colors that match with the color challenge. Did you know there's a color challenge? You can find that in the Facebook group. So this is just kind of a little overview of what is included in the bonus printable, which is a Patreon perk for the members. So you have access to the bonus printables. If you are in the official tier, you get access for past bonus printables for a year. All access, you have it for 2 years. And if you're a VIP, you get access to all the bonus printables as long as you are a VIP member. So I picked out and printed out some of the snowflake patterns. I pull them into Silhouette Studio and I make them so they print out kind of card front size, so I'm not wasting a bunch of ink because I know that I'm only doing card fronts. Now if you printed the 6x6 along with the ephemera pieces, then you would have enough to do the whole challenge. Now on the sentiments, I printed those out on my laser printer with the intention to foil them for upcoming. Right, we are going to start with sketch number 7. I am slowly working my way through all of the sketches with each hop that I do. So today we have sketch 7 and sketch 8, but let's get into sketch number 7. I have all of my pieces cut to the dimensions listed in the cutting guide for the sketch. That's a neat thing about the PDF that you can download, is that not only do you get the cutting guide for the 6x6 sheets of pattern paper, is that each sketch has the measurements to do just that single sketch. So if you just wanted to do them singularly or a few at a time, then you have those cutting dimensions as well. I love this blue snowflake. So I print on a Epson, not an Epson, Canon Pixma printer, and I use a koala double-sided presentation paper, and I will put those in the links below with the things that I use. So we're just going to get this glued on here. The silver glitter paper is from Spellbinders. It is fantastic. It doesn't shed any glitter, but it is a little like textured, so I make sure that I have enough glue on that piece to adhere it through the glitter. But it just gives that little shine. Normally I would kind of gut that piece, but I didn't on this square. You'll see it on the next card what I do. So this little strip we're going to turn into a little fishtail banner, and I just do a snip up the middle and then from each side, and I just eyeball it as to what I think is center and it works out. So we'll get that done, and then I printed out these super cute little mice, and I just used a circle punch to punch them out. Now I know the sketch says 3 circles, but I didn't want to go that small, and so I just used 2. That's the other thing about these sketches, is that they're a wonderful inspiration, kind of a jumping off point in your designing of your card, to show you, hey, look, this is a cool idea. Now make it your own. So that's what I did. I pretty much followed the entire layout with the exception of the circles. But I think it works. These little mice are so cute, and they are part of the ephemera in the bonus printable. You get, on the bonus printable, there is a pattern paper that is just a little over 6 by 6 so that you have, you know, a little wiggle room when you're cutting your sketches down. And then each page has some ephemera pieces as well. And like I said, I use Silhouette Studio to print mine out. You can take them to, you know, a copy shop like not Kinko's, I don't think they're even around anymore, FedEx, UPS, Office Max, and you can have them print it for you, you know, on nice heavy cardstock paper with their laser printer. So if they use a laser printer with the black and white sentiments, you can foil those. That's the only reason I suggest, you know, a laser printer. But, you know, if you have a nice inkjet printer at home, that's what I use, and it works perfectly. All right, we are on to sketch number 8. And this is a fun one. I pulled in a little bit of creativity with this one. But it was fun. I got to use quite a few of the pattern papers. So let's see how this one comes together. Now again, I am using the Spellbinders glitter paper, and on this one I did use my Pink and Main stitch rectangle dies to cut out all the different pieces, and I did gut the larger glitter paper because that was a lot of real estate to not save. But I'll show you a little trick so that I don't end up with a little dip in my card. So I get this down and I make sure that I really smush this out because we don't want any glue worms. Now glue worms are where your glue, you know, when you put it on, it's in those little wiggles where it dries that way and it gives your cards little bumps. And so to me, they feel like worms under the paper. So I use that ergonomic bone folder, and I just give it a good smushing. You can also take, I have it looks like a air hockey puck thing, and put down parchment paper and just rub that over as well. So here, this is what I have that gutted out of the middle, and I'm going to go right around the corner, and then I'm going to go into my little scraps that are there on the right hand side, and I'm going to pull out a piece of the pattern paper that was left over from one that I had cut down, and I am just going to stick that into the middle, and it just is kind of a little support for this layer of pattern paper that I'm putting down now. So it just makes it so that your paper doesn't kind of sink, because there are quite a few more layers, well, not a lot, but you have more pieces that are going on. And this is our little, you know, our little side strips. It does need to be trimmed just a smidge because when I used the stitched rectangle, it took off just a little bit. So I just have to make that equal. So we're going to get that glued down. So this is a giveaway hop. So make sure you fill out the form in the description box below. Also in that description box is a playlist. So if you hit play all, it will automatically advance you from one designer to the next. And you can fill out that giveaway form at each stop along the hop. Leave each designer a little love. And you know what? If you like what they do, hit that subscribe button and ring that bell. All right, so this is another sentiment that was included in the bonus printable, not the black and white ones, but this was actually in the printables. And so I just printed that out, punched it out with the circle punch, and then used a scrap of the silver glitter. And then I realized, wait, we are going to add a little something something on the edges, because I didn't add an extra layer with those little small stripy pieces. We are going to pull in some peel off strips from Love from Lizi. Now these are lifesavers, and they just add something to the card. They also match very nicely to the Spellbinders glitter paper that I am going to use. So you just peel it off. I'm going to run it right along the edge so it gives the illusion that there is there's another layer there when there isn't. It's just a peel-off strip. They're little like pinstriping. They come in all different widths. And she's got so many colors and sparkles and different shapes. They're so fun. But they're really quick and easy way to add a little, bling to your card. All right, we're just finishing up. We got those all down. Now we're going to give them a good adherence, a good smushing, and make sure that they're all on there. Now we can glue our sentiment down with our, Hello Winter with our little snowflakes, which it coordinates really well with the other card as well as with all the papers that I chose. So this was super fun. I love all of the sketches in this this challenge, KCC 20. So I hope you enjoy the hop. Don't forget to leave a little love along the way and enter to win.